CTV Calgary, local breaking news.
Good afternoon. Calgary police are investigating after a shooting in the northeast neighborhood of Redstone. It happened around 3 this morning on Red Sky Green. Police say shots were fired into a parked car and multiple shell casings are visible on the street. At this point, it doesn't appear anyone was injured. Investigators remain at the scene trying to piece together what happened. An update is expected later today. A stabbing this morning near the Peter Lougheed Centre in the northeast. Police were called to the scene around 10 this morning. Investigators say the victim ended up with serious but not life-threatening injuries. The search for suspects continues. Alberta's Auditor General has uncovered some problems in the management of the province's child care subsidy program. Auditor General Doug Wiley found the government did not consistently get proof from daycares that they were spending provincial funding on childcare. Wiley said there's a risk that parents are overpaying for childcare and educators are being undercompensated. The Alberta NDP responded, saying the UCP government failed to live up to its responsibility to provide affordable childcare. Hundreds of people lined up in Edmonton last night for their chance to speak directly to the Premier. The Alberta Next panel receiving mixed reviews from attendees. CTV's Connor Hogg was there.
The conversations that we have tonight and throughout the Alberta Next engagement period will help to shape the future of our province.
Ranging viewpoints represented at the Wednesday night Alberta Next panel in Edmonton, some making their feelings known outside. Separation, one of the hot topics, despite it not being on the approved list of topics. Are you in favor of such a plan?
It depends on what the alternatives were. If it was maybe for us to just separate NBBC, Saskatchewan, Alberta, maybe. Become the 51st state? No. Never.
So let's just move forward with a referendum on independence, force that constitution open, and see where those talks take us.
Inside, a wide range of reactions from the crowd.
Why is this question even a question when we already have done this survey?
Among the issues on the agenda, a provincial police force, the province's sovereignty within Canada, and an Alberta pension plan.
I hate to see what this province is becoming. We sound like bratty children. We're getting a bad deal.
My last paycheck, I put $1,700 toward the CPP. I would rather that be in Alberta towards Alberta infrastructure.
The province also asking for ideas for constitutional amendments, including Senate and immigration reform. People also wanted to talk about other things, including healthcare, money for AISH recipients, and separation. At the end of the night, mixed reviews. Do you feel like your voice was heard?
I do. I think that the panel was fairly stacked for the UCP. The most interesting questions for me concerned health and education.
I think it was great. I think people were heard. A little bit disrespectful in some parts, or there was some heckling that didn't need to happen, but they're pretty intense conversations.
Alberta Next panels will continue over the coming months. The province says that the discussions that take place will inform which referendum questions are put to voters next year. Connor Hogg, CTV News, Edmonton.
And the Alberta Next panel will be in Calgary on September 29th. Albertans can now order alcoholic drinks 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at some casinos and racetracks. Alberta Gaming, Liquor and Cannabis is running a 6-month pilot project in 13 facilities across the province. The locations must maintain incident logs at night and are not permitted off sales during extended hours. They must also uphold responsible consumption and gambling policies. Extended liquor service is already permitted in airports and for major sporting or international events. Head to our website for more details. The Alberta Animal Rescue Crew Society, or ARCS, has launched a new campaign to help keep pets out of shelters and in their homes. ARCS hopes to raise funds to support pet owners in crisis in order to reopen their compassionate care program. Due to limited funding and demand, the shelter was recently forced to pause new applications. Donations will help provide pet food and supplies and cover the cost of medical procedures.
The cost of veterinary care is quite astonishing for anyone, and so it can be really challenging, especially right now in this economy, to be being able to provide some basic care.
The campaign's goal is to raise $15,000. This morning's rain canceled the official groundbreaking for Calgary's first combined pump track and skate park. Here's what it will look like when it's done. It will be located in George Moss Park in Ogden. Calgary's Parks Foundation says this isn't just about adding new amenities to a park. It's about transforming an underused space into a community recreation hub. The facility should be complete by this fall or early winter. And construction is also underway at the Signal Hill Library. The Calgary Public Library Foundation is building an outdoor early learning center on the north and west side of the building. A performance stage, sensory play space, and physical activities area will aim to connect children through play and learning. The new space is expected to open later this summer. Thank you for joining us. We'll have more on the top stories coming up on CTV News 5 and 6 or anytime online at ctvnews.ca/Calgary.